Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm glad to be here. Many ways, Precinct Council, Ms. Caldwell, is home to me. I started my service, my public service, in the 3-4 Precinct Council back in 1930. But it was a tough neighborhood, right, back there in the 80s and 90s. Really rough. Crack was almost taking this city down. And it was people like yourselves that got involved in the community council that brought in the resources to support the police department to make headway there and begin to defeat crack. And we need to do it again. So that's why I'm here again, to support the precinct council. Ms. Caldwell, and the vice president, and to support the inspector, Shevlin, and as well as Chief Rivera, who I met under very sad conditions, because we met when he was the commander, the precinct officer Familia was shot and killed, and tragically for the entire city. And he was there showing leadership, right, for the community, because the community was shaken by that. And he was there to show leadership. I say showing leadership today. And we have our council members here, our young council members. They don't even have scratches on their faces. Yeah, look at those faces. I'll see you 5 years from now. But also Felix, and of course, Councilmember Dinowitz, and Adriano Sanchez, who has 2 votes now, not one at the city council. And the leaders, the community leaders, like Aisha Bravo, right? Miss Hill from Tracy, right? Myrna Calderon from Fort Mills, right? Those are leaders. The principal is Ferreira from a local school that worries about the safety of the kids. Natalia and Miguelina and all of the leaders that are here today are crossing guards. I run into this guy all the time. Are you following me? This guy is doing a tremendous job. And so we're here to support the precinct. Projects like the Kingsbridge Armory, which is a potentially transformative project for the Bronx. You know, it's on the table again, and it could provide hopefully 1,000 jobs for local folks. Cannot happen. That project cannot happen unless we have public safety first. People will not invest in a neighborhood where there's rampant crime and homicide. The investment will not come to those neighborhoods unless we have security, unless we have public safety. And that means supporting our police department as I did back in the 3-4, and I will continue to do it again. And I will make sure that the dollars are there. We approved $674 million for the Edward Burns Memorial Justice Grant. That's a program that helps with additional criminal justice resources. And another $512 million for community-oriented policing. This is federal funding that comes to the city so the local police department could use it on the streets right here, protecting all of us. And like it was said by one of the police officers, you don't support the police until you have to call one. You know, when somebody in your family gets held up at gunpoint like I was back in the 80s, or when something happens in your building, you call the police department for help. And so we have to be supportive of them and work with them to make sure that any conflict that exists in the community is resolved. That's why the precinct council is here, and our borough president will be leading the charge with myself and Adriano Sanchez in the Kingsbridge Armory project, which I think could be transformative not only to the Bronx. I think we could showcase that project to the rest of the country and say, you know, these zip codes where COVID really hammered us, right? I mean, if you take a look at the numbers, it was those West Bronx zip codes that got hit the hardest by COVID. Now has a project that could be the pride of the whole country, how we come back. We could do it here in the Bronx. The Bronx has the grit, the sweat equity to do it. But we have to work with our police. You know, nobody is going to invest a penny if there is no public safety in the community. So I'm here to support the precinct council, I'm here to support the local leadership and the leadership of the precinct, the 52nd precinct, and all the other precincts in the district. And, you know, things are bad in the 13th district. People are getting shot and killed every weekend. Now, I speak to Councilman Oswald Federighi, or he talks to me about people are getting shot and killed in the corners by handguns, illegal handguns. Every weekend, every week, there's like a tragedy. And so we gotta stop that. We gotta come together as a community and support the police and support the city in making sure there's safety. Without safety, our community is going nowhere. That's the first element of community strength. To make sure that your kids go to school, you feel safe. Make sure that you can walk down the street to the grocery store and no one is shooting at each other. That's what we're asking for. And so let's work together. God bless you. I gotta catch a break. God bless you and keep the faith.